Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex, and this is
DK.
All right, she's joining me today to bring you some of the news topics from around Thailand this Tuesday, November 12th. Now, today we're going to be talking about Formula One and its future here in Thailand, some animal feedbags used improperly and causing outbreaks among humans. Ugh. And a little later, we'll be talking about some sky-high drama on a Korean air flight over the weekend. All right, but you ready for our first story, DK?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Now, Thailand's Prime Minister has driven airport upgrades in order to boost tourism. So, Thailand's Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra visited Suvarnabhumi Airport to push for service upgrades ahead of the tourist season, aiming to boost Thailand's tourism and economy. Joined by high-ranking officials, she called for improved visitor experiences, emphasizing Thailand's soft power approach, efficient check-ins, and advanced technology. Key upgrades include a biometric identification system and automated kiosks, which have already reduced wait times. Good news. Additionally, the new midfield satellite concourse expands the airport's capacity and strengthens its role as a travel hub. All right, DK, have you ever gone through Suvarnabhumi?
Yeah, but for me as a Thai person, it's quite easy.
Yeah, I know.
We do have separate Thailand, but that's such a great news, right?
So, yeah, it is very good news. Very funny. Over the weekend, I just went to Macau, and it was me with my Taiwanese girlfriend, and we also had a Thai friend. And when we arrived back, it was like, all right, he's like, bye, I'll see you later. And just the easiest way to get in, and we had to wait for, it was so busy. We had to wait for 30, 45 minutes to get through customs. So, I'm a little jealous of my Thai friends when they get to speed right through.
I mean, thankfully that they do something like that. That because they advocates easier visa, longer stay, and now they just complete the whole ecosystem of the tourism industry in Thailand. So that's such a great news.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of people are nervous about the biometric data, though, like their face scanning and things like that. Another funny story. So my girlfriend, Taiwanese, we went through the Singapore biometric scanners, and she was the face, trying to see the face, and then it wasn't scanning her, and then they came over to her and said, "Open your eyes more." Are we in Asia? I feel like, I don't know. I thought you guys would have been able to handle that.
No comment.
Yeah.
I have no comment on that.
Anyways, it was pretty funny. Felt like the robots were being racist. In any case, Mungwei says, personally, I prefer DMK. Is there any upgrade for DMK? I don't know. I don't think so. I went through DMK over the weekend. It was actually pretty easy to get through already. Yeah. But God knows Suvarnabhumi needs some upgrades, I think. QZTube says, by the way, hi, Anil, good morning. QZTube says, I think BKK is faster than many airports, and I want to keep collecting the stamps in my passport. Really? No way, man.
There's some people doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I love a stamp from a new country, but eventually, if you're coming in and out of Thailand a lot, like I do, that eats up your pages, and then you have to get a new passport quickly. I had to get my last passport too early, 2 years before it expired because it ran out. And that's not a fun process. I don't like that at all.
Tell me about it, yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, let's get to our next story, which is we'll wait to get you into the stories a little later. You want to try? You want to give it a crack?
You do this.
All right. This one's full of Eastern European names, so I think that's making you nervous. Now, all right, on to our next story, guys. A foreign gang has stolen millions of baht from a Ukrainian tourist in Phuket. So, yeah, that's right. A Ukrainian tourist in Phuket was robbed of nearly 250,000 USD in crypto by a foreign gang. The victim, Mr. Vyacheslav Lyubov, that was tough for me too, was lured to a room by a friend where he was attacked, bound, and threatened by masked assailants. Led by Armen Grigorian from Armenia, the gang forced Mr. Lyubov to transfer the funds, initially demanding 500,000 USD. After the gang left, Mr. Lyubov gathered evidence and reported the crime to the Kamala police. Authorities are now investigating, raising concerns over tourist safety in Phuket.
Wow, what a story.
I mean, crypto, first of all, it's pretty funny. And what was crazy about this was lured by a friend.
Yeah.
Not much of a friend, it seems like. Yeah. Have you invested in crypto at all?
No, unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm a little annoyed with myself.
Yeah, like this past few days after the election, it seems like it just go like woo.
It's only going up now. Like
Yeah.
I think we were saying earlier, went to sleep last night. It was 81,000. Woke up this morning, 89,000.
Yeah. I mean, I got like notification from on my phone saying that Bitcoin is now all-time high again. Wow.
Yeah, I you know what? I'm just
Yeah.
on the outside looking in. Very sad. Very funny. Later today, we're going to a cryptocurrency conference that's being held here at MSphere,
Yeah.
and I'll be just sorely bitter at how rich everyone is around me compared to my own bad financial investments. Anyways, feel bad for this guy. I'm glad it seems like they managed to track him down, though. So,
Yeah.
it seems like he gathered enough evidence. The police were able to track it down. Hopefully he gets his money back, because that is...
That's a lot of money.
yeah, it's like your Thailand retirement fund right there. Okay, so yeah, Sing in My Car says, please only buy crypto during the day, otherwise it will be your crypto night. Get it?
Crypto night.
Superman?
That's a good one.
I love you, Sing in My Car. These are those jokes make my morning. And Larry says, referring to Gary, you could not add pages to USA passports in Thailand. You cannot add pages anymore. So actually, I did that for my very first passport. Wasn't able to do it for my second passport. I'm on my third, and now I feel like I'm telling you how old I am. Which, anyways, the new American passports, by the way, super fancy. They have like a little. I'll show it to you later. It's like got a really thick like plastic card for your actual identity.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with the upgrade. It's fine. All right. Anyways, moving on. You sure you don't want this one? Come on.
I'll do the one that we.
All right. We've discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we're onto some funny stories for the day, guys. We had a wee problem last night, or somebody did, pun intended, as a motorcycle passenger pulls a pee and run on her driver. Ugh. A Bangkok motorcycle rider shared a video of a passenger who urinated during a ride and refused to pay the 87 baht fare. It's just 87 baht, come on. Korn, the 32-year-old rider, warned fellow drivers, describing how the passenger ignored his payment demands and dared him to file a complaint. During the ride, Korn noticed unusual behavior from the passenger, who had powder on her nose allegedly, and frequently leaned on him before urinating on his motorcycle seat. Though angry, Korn stayed calm and opted not to take legal action, but urged passengers to communicate their needs to avoid such incidents. More context, this happened at 4 a.m. So I have a feeling this lady was coming back from the clubs and just didn't...
With the powder on her nose.
Indeed. Who knows what that could have been. But yeah, I think it's funny to me where he didn't want to file a complaint, instead has gone to social media to shame her publicly in that kind of way.
At this point, I'm not sure which one is, worse.
Yeah, I know. I feel like...
you want to go to the police, or do you want to go to TikTok?
Yeah, and I wonder which is more effective in actually changing people's behavior. What do you do in that situation? You're on a bike, you really got to pee. What's your solution?
I would just tell him to stop, like please stop, like in the gas station or something like that. It's
a reasonable
Yeah.
response, I think.
like what decent human being would do. Yeah.
I'm not sure how she thought she would get away with it. Like,
No.
like maybe if it was raining really hard or something like that.
Yeah, that's such a weird situation.
Yep, gross story. Don't pee on your drivers, everybody. I don't know. I think that's sage advice.
Yeah.
Sing in My Car. Ready for the next one, Jay? You ever there? She was like Elsa from Frozen, and she just let it go. Let it go. All right. Grab drivers are not urinals, people. Okay. Moving on.
Moving on.
You ready?
Yes.
It's time. All right. DK having a crack at her first story. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Reused animal feedback to store ice caused mass diarrhea outbreak in Rayong.
Ugh.
Over 1,400 students and teacher in Rayong were hit by diarrhea outbreak linked to ice packed in reused animal feedback. The contamination is attributed to norovirus and trace of harmful E. coli
E. coli.
E. coli strains affect schools in Klang district, with poor water quality and low chlorine levels compounding this issue. So officials found that the implicated ice factory used unsafe packaging practice despite holding a valid license. Emergency measure including like chlorinating school water supply, holding the ice cells from the factory, and improve hygiene protocols. Local authorities aim to restore safety and prevent future incidents. So what are your thoughts on this?
Gross. Yeah, pretty gross. This is something that happens in Southeast Asia a lot. There's some corners cut and regulations that people go around, like using animal feed bags to store ice for people. And now you got this. Fortunately, it's not something more serious. I mean, E. coli is not good, that's for sure. But a mass outbreak caused by somebody cutting corners, it's just really annoying. So, they say that there's more safety measures being put in place. I would like to see maybe some punishment for whoever messed this up in the first place.
1,400 people were affected by this.
And all having to use the toilet at the same time. Good God.
Oh my God,
Yeah, tough stuff over there. But it's, all right, that was your first story.
Yeah, that was my first story, guys. So it was not perfect, but I did it anyway.
Yeah, but I just feel bad that I made that be your very first story here on the Thaiger. Was that lovely tale of
so like if my face like go like that, it's not because I'm trying to read the teleprompter. It's just the story that makes my face that way.
Indeed, very
like,
cringe-worthy, that whole thing. Ugh. All right. Sing in My Car says, have I moments? Sometimes I miss, but you never give up. Exactly. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Sing in My Car. And also, don't forget to like the stream. Yes, thank you. Like, subscribe. If you haven't done that yet, please do. Helps out the channel a whole lot. We're knocking on the door of 200,000, and I would like to push us across that. It's no easy feat. This isn't TikTok, okay? It's hard to get 200,000 on YouTube.
Yeah.
But
I know that.
Anyways, thank you. All right, cool. Beautiful story. On to the next one.
Okay.
I'll handle this one. You'll take a little break for this one. Now, I was a little late to this story, guys. Over the weekend, something really cool happened, but also kind of terrifying to me. A new pilotless autonomous flying vehicle took to the skies of Bangkok just a couple days ago. So Ehong Holdings is the company, and they recently conducted its first passenger flights in Thailand with the pilotless EH216S electric flying vehicle at Bangkok's Queen Sirikit National Convention Center, aiming for commercial operation in Phuket and Koh Samui by 2025. Approved by Thailand's Civil Aviation Authority, these flights are part of Ehong's global expansion in urban air mobility. Ehong plans to use its autonomous vehicles for island hopping and has tested its eVTOL in 17 countries. The company has partnerships worldwide, including for tourism in China, logistics in Abu Dhabi, and passenger flights in Brazil, emphasizing its commitment to advancing aerial urban mobility. What do you think?
Are you a Star Wars fan?
Of course.
Oh yeah, I think like we are closer to that kind of Star Wars vibe, like where cars are actually flying. Wow,
it feels like we're living in the future all of the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. How do you feel though? It's there's no pilot. It's all automated. So you're going up, you're going down. There's nobody in control of the thing.
I feel a little bit like unsafe, to be honest, if I have to be on that thing.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know. I was just thinking like. Yeah, it's a little scary. It's automated, but at the same time, people mess up all the time. Like, there's a lot of human error.
That is true.
Just look at your Kobe incidents and things like that. But I don't want to be one of the first people to be using these things. Yeah. That's for sure. I'll let somebody else take that risk. But it seems like it went off no problem. So far, so good. But yeah, please let us know in the comments. Would you take a ride in one of these eVTOL flying vehicles, or do you need to see a little bit more safety testing before it happens? Let me know. Mung Wei says, yo, that's really futuristic.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth? We're all just going to be droning around. Finally, the flying cars are here.
Yeah.
Been waiting forever. Elliot says, it's Back to the Future all over again. Autonomous pilot, does it come with a battle royale mode? Says Sing in My Car. There's your miss, Sing. No, I'm just kidding. You're good. But yeah, I'm curious to see. Yeah, eventually, two of those things are going to crash into each other. That's tough. And Abdul Mohsen says, not anytime soon. So yeah, let's let other people run the risks at first. All right. Well, up for your next one.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
So if you're a Formula One fan, this is what you want to hear. Right. Thailand is set to enter negotiations to bring Formula One to the land of smiles. Thailand's Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra announced plans to bring a Formula One race to Thailand as part of a strategy to boost tourism and solidify Thailand's gold reputation. This initiative, along with tourism campaign like the 72 Styles of Happiness to Experience, aims to drive significant visitors growth. Influencers will promote curate travel routes, enchanting Thailand's appeal with unique culture, culinary, and adventure experience. The government expects a 7.5% raise in tourism revenue by year's end, underscoring Thailand's commitment to sustainable tourism and global events. Finally, I am a fan of F1.
A big F1 fan, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite driver?
I would say Max Verstappen. Yeah, but he dominates. You know, he wins after wins after wins. So it's a little bit become a little bit boring because we already know who's going to win.
Well, we had Lewis Hamilton not too long ago in a similar position, so things can change. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not a big motorsports guy. I gotta say at the end, I'm gonna take some heat in the comments for that. But it's better than NASCAR. I'll say.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah. This will be really interesting. Yeah. Because like I went to the one in Austin, Texas before, and yeah, it's just going to bring the city to life. People are gonna go out, party. Everybody wears like F1 shirt. It's just going to change the whole city scene.
Yeah, it'll bring a whole lot of international attention for sure, and a lot of international visitors coming for it as well. Wonder what the circuit would be though. Where would they be driving? Probably over near Khao San, not on Khao San, but near like the monuments and things like that. Something picturesque. Yeah. But yeah, would it be Bangkok or maybe?
I honestly have no idea. It should be Bangkok.
Yeah. We gotta do some road work before I think we get to Hanoi.
Otherwise, F1 car be like, bam, there go the front wheel.
Yeah, exactly. So Ozzy Stu says F1 in Bangkok would be awesome. Right up Sukhumvit. Exactly. Yeah, if you could clear the traffic for a day. Yeah. I don't know how we're gonna manage that, but yeah, we'll see. They're in talks. They've been in talks for a long time, so hopefully it does come to fruition. It actually happens. That would be lovely. All right, well, anyways, that's it for our Thailand news. Now we're on to the ASEAN section of the news where we talk about the wider world of East Asia. And actually, this one's a bit of a crossover between Thailand and Korea. So over the weekend, there was another pretty scary event. Like, I don't know, what is it about people being on airplanes that gets them so stressed out? Now, a passenger's disturbance on a Korean air flight has ended in their arrest. So a Korean air passenger tried to open an emergency exit mid-flight from Bangkok to Seoul, sparking panic and requiring swift action from the crew. The man, seated near the exit in a crew jump seat, resisted when asked to return to his assigned seat and exhibited aggressive behavior. Following security protocols, the crew restrained and subdued him until landing, where authorities took him into custody in Seoul. Korean Air emphasized its zero-tolerance policy for behavior compromising safety and will fully cooperate in the investigation. Online footage captured the incident, showing the crew's effective intervention.
Wow. So that's the real K-drama right there.
Hey! Oh, zingers. DK's got some jokes too. Yeah, just lucky that happened. You know, it's so funny. I was in the, on my flight back from Macau, I was in the emergency exit seat. That's a great seat, man. You get all that leg room and everything like that, but with great seat comes great responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't freak out and try to open it up.
Yeah. What would you do if you're in that situation where someone like trying to open the door on a plane that you were on?
Yeah. You know, I'd like to think I'd be the kind of person to spring into action and try to help. I'm not sure that I'm confident I can say that I would. But that's why there's crew. They're trained. They know what they're doing. And this seems like it was a good ending. But yeah, Homeboy is hitting the no-fly list. I don't think he's going to be invited back anytime soon. Yeah, Elliot says, another episode of air passengers behaving badly. Ain't that the truth? What is it about it, man? Like, have you ever been on a plane where somebody's, like, freaked out, done something crazy?
Luckily, never. Once. No.
Yeah. It's me neither, really. Like, everybody's been mostly civil and fine on mine. Like, but there's just no shortage of videos on the internet of people freaking out. And there's something that's been annoying me lately. You're a TikToker. You know, you're on the platform. I've seen people, like, make up. I saw some guy say, he went to the bathroom and he came back and just started shouting, who stole my $5,000? Who stole my $5,000? Did you steal it? He was, like, missing $5,000 from his bag. Turns out he had never had it. And he was just yelling to make content or something like that.
Wow.
So, bad behavior for clout is getting annoying too. So now I just don't want to see, like, this is a crazy emergency situation. But when it's just somebody yelling on a plane, I'm done with it. I don't even want to see the content.
There's so many content to be made. You don't need to do that.
But it's easy engagement, right? Like, influencers.
Don't just aim for the engagement. Don't just aim for the engagement, guy. Just have, be ethical about it.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Right? Wouldn't that be nice? Like, we got that. Speaking of Korea too, did you see the Johnny Somali? Do you know that guy? Have you heard of him?
No.
Tan, you know Johnny Somali, right? No. Nobody knows. Yeah. He's an American. I believe he's American. Can't remember. He started, like, causing a whole bunch of bad situations in Korea, and then the Korean influencers put a bounty on him. So anybody who can beat this guy up, we'll pay for your legal fees. And then a bunch of Korean influencers started hunting him around Korea, and now he might be arrested. There's all sorts of doing bad behavior for clout. That's why I would love to see him get a little punished. No offense, Johnny Somali. I just hope you learn your lesson and try to be a little more creative instead of provocative.
Right? Ugh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sing in My Car says, don't be a Johnny Somali. He's facing 10 years in prison now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's not worth the clout, my friend. That's for sure. Troy T says, one drunk guy threatened my mom going to Hawaii. He was kicked off. Hopefully not in the middle of the flight. But yes, a little restrained, duct tape down, but hopefully your mom is okay. That's good. And you guys know Amigo Chino? I don't know Amigo Chino.
No, never heard.
Never heard. I'll have to. It sounds like your Chinese friend is what it means in Spanish. So I'll have to look that up, Meng Wei. And Tinan says, I hope he goes to jail. Fair play. You're entitled to that opinion. All right. Do you want to give a crack at one more story? No? All right. Fine. All right, cool. You're doing great for your very first show. So we threw you in the deep end.
Thank you.
Yeah, show a little love to DK, everybody, in the comments.
In case you don't know, my hands are now super sweaty because I'm nervous.
Nice and clammy. Gotta love it. Yeah. Don't worry. You're doing great. Well, all right. On to our next story. We're talking about some extreme weather, which, Thailand is pretty, I would say, look, we get monsoons, we get flooding. It's not great. But we're a little isolated from the more extreme stuff that happens a little further east with the typhoons. And now we're going to be talking about the very weather-weary Philippines. Now, Philippines has evacuated thousands as yet another typhoon, this one Toraji, is hitting. Typhoon Toraji hit the northeastern Philippines, prompting mass evacuations as the region reels from 3 recent storms. With winds of up to 130 kilometers per hour or 81 miles per hour, the storm hit Aurora province and is set to weaken over Luzon before reaching the South China Sea. President Marcos, overseeing recovery efforts, canceled his attendance at an APEC meeting. Interior Secretary Jonvic Remula ordered forced evacuations in 2,500 villages due to high risks of floods and landslides. The military is on standby, while schools and transportation are suspended. The Philippines, prone to frequent natural disasters, received international aid following severe losses in recent storms. Man.
Wow. I hope everybody is safe.
Yeah.
It looks terrible.
It's like the 5th typhoon in as many weeks or something like that. It's I don't know. That might be extreme, but they have been getting beat up all hurricane season, typhoon season, I guess you should say. And it seems like there's still no end in sight. So, I don't know. Have you ever experienced a typhoon before?
Actually, yeah. I've been to Taiwan not long ago. Yeah, just a little bit of that.
Yeah. I was there recently too, and another place that gets destroyed. I'm from Florida originally, actually, and we have hurricanes. So hurricanes typically a bigger, stronger, more devastating. But certainly the thing is, like, America has more wealth, I guess, and more developed infrastructure compared to the Philippines, which when these storms come through, there's way too many deaths. The infrastructure is not up to par, and it just keeps happening. So my heart goes out to them, and I just wish that the authorities over there are able to make some advancements to make this an easier...
Stay safe, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Good advice. Anyways, speaking of the last story, Aussie Stu says, DK, you're doing great. So there you go. Got some love. Singing My Car says, I hope they make an example over Johnny Somali. I mean, that's the thing. People will keep doing it, this kind of bad behavior content, until there are some consequences for it. And then when they see, then maybe they'll turn it down a little bit. Algorithm. Always love that name. It's kind of interesting which people the influencers are influencing. I mean, that's the thing. I don't know who's watching them, right? Like, it's there's lots of engagement, but where's it's coming from, like 12-year-olds and stuff.
And what do they even get out of that? You know, people don't like it. People become like really hateful and give them hate comments. Like, what do they even get out of that? I don't understand.
You know, this is the same reason why people like buy followers and buy views and stuff like that, is that, you know, if you're trying to sell content to a client, which, you know, we're in that business, right? We're influencers, we're content creators, let's say, and businesses come to us to say, oh, you got a whole bunch of followers, can you like market my product, my business, whatever. So it's about chasing clout. The bigger your numbers are, the more you're going to be able to sell your brand, so to speak. So, so a lot of clients, they don't even look at the content. They just see the numbers. Oh, you got that many followers? Boom. Now you got money. But
come on.
Do some research, people, and figure out where are those views coming from, and are they real? That's important, too. Singer My Car says, it gives foreigners a bad name. Yeah, tough one. Algorithm says he's loving DK. High five. Come on. Boom. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for your supportive comment.
Yeah, very nice. And what Singer My Car say? He's been banned from all streaming platforms except for Rumble. His career needs to be done. So, okay, he's facing consequences. A Singapore man has been charged with stabbing a priest during Mass.
In Singapore?
In Singapore. Crazy stuff. A Singaporean man, Basnayake Keith Spencer, what a name, was charged after stabbing Catholic priest Christopher Lee Kwang Hang during Mass at St. Joseph's Church. Spencer, carrying multiple weapons, was subdued by congregants and until police arrived. Authorities stated there's no indication of religious or terror motives, though Spencer has a history of violent offenses and drug use. The priest is recovering from facial injuries in the hospital. Religious leaders condemned the attack, urging vigilance, and police have increased patrols at worship sites. I don't know. Just seems like a crazy guy. I don't know. Because they're saying, this is weird to me. Also about Singapore, they're very tough on crime. Police are very present and can't chew gum, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. What do you think could have caused this guy to snap?
I honestly have no idea, but that's brutal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they said no religious motivation, no terror motivation. Could just be, I don't know, this is something that happens in a lot of East Asian cultures, particularly ones like where there's a strong pressure, social pressure to succeed. Something like that. I'm not sure if this man was under those pressures, but certainly I watch a lot of true crime. Big fan of my murder documentaries. And whenever they go to East Asia, it's always something like they just reach a breaking point and they snap and then start it's
Isn't it the same in America? Like that kind of like expectation from the society?
No, I would say in America, at least from my experience watching all this true crime stuff, it's more like family. I guess that could be the same in Asia as well. But usually there's like some jealousy or greed, like somebody wants to off their wife for life insurance or something like that. I would say it's less about trying to achieve success and more about just trying to get money. Whereas I think in Asia there's just like a lot of family pressure and social pressure to have a career established or marry well if you're a girl. That's an unfortunate aspect of things. But this is all speculation. I have no idea what actually happened. But hopefully the priest is safe, and this guy will not be doing it again.
Yeah.
Anytime soon. Elliot says, heard about this on YouTube, pretty cruel. Well, now you've heard about it again. Anyways, yeah, and I'll give you my recommendations on true crime channels after the show. But for now, we got one last story.
Okay.
Vietnam demands Shein and Temu register to avoid blocking their service in the country. Vietnam has mandated that Chinese e-commerce platforms, Shein and Temu, must register with the government by the end of November or face blocking of their domains and apps. Vietnam's concerns center on those platforms' impact on local markets through aggressive discounting and potential counterfeit sales. While Shein stated its commitment to complying with Vietnamese regulations, Temu has yet to respond. With the country's e-commerce market growing to $22 billion, authorities have also considered removing the current tax exemptions on imports under $40, which mainly benefit online purchases. Yeah, do you ever use any of these platforms to shop?
No, luckily I'm not an online shopper. I'm not a shopper like in general. Yeah, I only buy things that I need. But I think this is such a great move, to have like some kind of like blocking them from coming in, so it's benefit more for your locals, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what this is all about. It's trying to protect the local economy, and the Chinese. I call it. It's kind of like the Walmart effect. You know Walmart in America? Have you heard of it? So Walmart will go into a new market. They will drive prices down so low that all of their competitors just cannot survive. And then when all the competitors are gone, they bring the prices back up. China is doing that on the same kind of thing, except on a much bigger scale with these online shopping platforms. And as consumers, we can't resist a good deal, right?
Exactly.
We're falling for it. Don't fall for it. And this is why it's good to see governments step up to them and try to if they don't do it, who will? Yeah. So we'll see how it plays out. But China does not like to play ball. They like to they like to push their e-commerce as far as possible, and certainly a lot of people are buying in. It's big here in Thailand.
Yeah, it is. Sure. Yeah. I definitely do want to see that. And this is my personal thought. I definitely do want to see the action from the government as well. Like Thai, all of local vendors, they're struggling, and then let this cheap stuff coming in from China.
I think the idea is that it's supposed to be a two-way street, but it never is. Chinese pretty much just end up buying their own products, and the Chinese government puts big taxes and tariffs on things that are coming into the country, so Chinese just don't buy it. So, it ends up being a one-way street of Chinese products going in one way and our money going back to them. So, anyways, kudos, Vietnam. Let's see how that works out for you. All right, well, let me wrap up the show, and then we'll get into the comments at the end.
Okay.
Cool? All right, everybody like DK? I like DK. Thank you, DK. All right,
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, that'll do it for our show today, guys. You can always go to thetiger.com for more news updates throughout the day. We're constantly posting new articles, and you can stay up to date. Also, go to ASEANnow.com where the conversation can continue. It's Thailand's largest expat forum and one of the largest in the East Asian region. So you can stay up to date on everything that's happening here in Thailand and the greater ASEAN region. Don't forget to subscribe on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You're already here, but wherever you can find our content, we put different stuff on our different channels. So you might be missing out on some things in one place or another. So please, support us everywhere you can. It's free. Not too hard. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for the show. Let's get into the comments, shall we, DK?
Sure.